The stream stopped. I've been sitting here thinking I was streaming the entire time, and the stream stopped. How dare! I didn't even notice that it stopped. I don't know what the heck happened, but it just stopped. I went to check to see if anyone was even watching, and it was just stopped. Like, what the heck? I didn't get any notifications or anything about doing anything wrong. That's so weird. I hope it's not my internet acting up again, because that's annoying when that happens. Oh. Welcome back, Sky. I'm back too, apparently. I don't know what happened, but the stream stopped. YouTube's just like, nope, not gonna stream anymore. I'm like, oh, excuse me.
I am back.
Welcome back. The stream stopped.
Thank you. When?
I don't know. Apparently we were streaming for 4 hours before it stopped. I don't know what the heck.
So, hey, how many hours are we talking practically right now?
Let's see here. Let's see if it'll actually say like how long ago we streamed. I think it'll say on my channel. Streamed an hour ago. We've been going for an hour without actually streaming.
So it was just talking you and me.
Yeah.
Great.
That's annoying.
It is.
Well, right now we are looking for Meowth. I decided to just run into stuff to despawn. Okay. Run. I'm sorry, Meowth, but you're not shiny. Meowth, you're not shiny. You need to leave to make room for a shiny Meowth. It's also like the only way to despawn everything. Although, yeah, I didn't think that would work. Ack. Yeah, Pidgey, you need to leave. It's another Squirtle.
Squirtle! Squirtle, squirt. Bellsprout. Bell? Bellsprout! Bell? Meow!
Coughing.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do those. I'm gonna try not to do those voices though, because they can be rough on the throat.
Oh, I did not say you should do that. I just meant the Pokemon.
Yeah, but they don't appear on this route. Do I know any good Sims 4 mods? Well, definitely MC Command Center. Highly recommend MC Command Center. I also recommend, if you have Parenthood, but don't want to spend too much time working on the character values, I recommend Kawaii Stacy's Better Schools mod. And there's also... I forget who makes it. Actually, no, I can't remember if that was a mod or not. Let's see here. Another good mod. I also recommend... Oh gosh, I can't remember her name right now. There's one mod creator that I use a few of their mods. Look them up real quick. Sims 4 mods. Little Miss Sam's. They have so many good mods. They're over on Tumblr, and it's Little Miss Sam's as in MS for Miss. She makes a lot of really good mods. But MC Command Center is a life-saving mod. Like, I cannot play The Sims 4 without MC Command Center.
Yeah, we learned that.
Well, there are so many bugs that just having it allows you to pretty much bypass the effects of those bugs. It's like, there's these... I keep getting these weird bugs where the game will just forget that I've reached a milestone on an aspiration, and it'll clear everything out. Or like, I'll achieve one of the milestones and it won't register that I did it. So I'm like, okay, I'll just mentally keep track of how many books I've written. And then once I've written 5 books, I'll use MC Command Center to cheat the aspiration. And basically, you just use MC Command Center to have it tick that off, so that the game's like, oh, hey, you've completed this. Let me give you the points. It's also nice for if you've got, like, a sim around that just will not leave. You can use MC Command Center to force them to leave. We've used that a few times when, random working sims will come into our house. They won't knock or anything. They're just like, let me just come into your house, use your computer, eat your food, sleep in your bed. It's like, excuse me, who are you and what are you doing in my house? It's just so annoying when that happens. Yep. Also, if you're doing like any sort of storytelling, like, I'll sometimes use this feature called MC Control if I'm trying to set up something for like a story, or if I want a specific picture, but I can only get that picture if the other sim that I'm not playing initiates the interaction. Like, if my sim is dating another sim that's not in their household, and I want that other sim to initiate a passionate kiss, I'll go through MC Command Center and tell that sim to passionately kiss my sim. And then you get that cool looking picture.
Okay.
Well, because the passionate kiss is the one where you do the dip. But if you don't want your sim to do the dip, if you want your sim to be the one getting dipped, that feature at MC Command Center is a huge lifesaver. So you could basically force that interaction between them.
Okay.
And there's other ways that you can adjust the settings too, like if you want to tell like a story with a pregnant teen, well you can download the additional part of the MC Command Center mod with pregnancy, because there's MC Command Center and there's MC Pregnancy, which is a completely separate mod. So you can get MC Command Center without the pregnancy mod if you want to. But with the pregnancy mod, you can actually like this is not the only feature of it, but you can make it so that teens can get pregnant. So that if you want to tell a story about a runaway pregnant teen, then you can do that. You can tell that story.
Huh.
Or let's say you don't like how fast the game plays. Like because for example, let's say because a minute in the game is 1 second in the game is 1 minute in the game is 1 second in real life. But let's say you want more time to play through each and every day. Well, MC Command Center also has a feature that will allow you to slow down, or even speed up if you want to, the flow of time. So you can make it so that 1 sim minute is actually equivalent to 2 real-world seconds. Or even 3 if you want to. Or you could even make it so that 1 sim minute is equal to half a second. If you want to have it be really fast. You can also adjust how many sims you can have in a single household. So like, I like playing with households of 10. I find 8 to be just a little bit too small for me. So I'll play, I have MC Command Center set so that I can have my household with 10 sims instead of 8. Although if you want to add someone to your family and you've already got 8 or 9 sims, if you've already got 8 or more sims in your household and you want to add someone new, you do have to add them through MC Command Center rather than through the usual way, through gameplay, because it won't let you otherwise. Because the game will still see, hey, you've got more sims than you're allowed to in your household, so I'm not going to let you add this person to your household. But MC Command Center will let you work around that. Also, water break.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are some simmers that will use that feature to do like some really crazy things in The Sims. Yeah, it is a fun game. Like, I do wish EA as a company wasn't as so money grubby and, you know, making the team rush packs out left and right. Although in my case, I actually kind of need for them to be a little more money grubby and fix their stinking app so I can purchase the next game pack. Because they're not, because I made a post on their help forum with, like, I got one response an hour after I made the post, and then I responded back to them because their solution that they suggested was like, "Oh, hey, why don't you try doing this?" When I tested it, it worked for me. And I'm like, and I said, "Well, it doesn't have the option to do that," because they said to remove my card and add it back in there. Well, the app isn't giving me the option to remove my card, or add another card.
Okay, that's odd. I think I said the same thing when you told me this the last time.
And I responded.
It still is odd.
Yeah, and I responded to them 6 minutes after they replied to me. On Monday. It's now Thursday, and I still haven't gotten another response from them yet.
Wasn't this even last week? Not this week?
No, that was this week.
Okay.
But again, that is on EA. That is not on The Sims. You got all the DLC. I have almost all of it. I didn't get Werewolves, and I didn't get Journey to Bat 2. And I only have a handful of packs. Of kits. But I've got all the stuff packs. And aside from those 2 packs that I just mentioned, I've got all the other expansion game packs. But I'm trying to get Growing Together. It's because it's currently available for pre-order, but it won't let me buy it. Because like you can have your it remembers your card on file if you tell it to. But anytime you want to use it, your card on file, you have to put your CVC back in so that it's verifies that you are the card holder. But
Okay.
and I never had an issue with it on Origin. Never ever. And a few weeks ago, Origin forced me to update to the EA app. And it remembered my card info from Origin, but it won't let me update the CVC so I can confirm that I am the card holder. And honestly, I am gonna need to change that card anyway because now apparently that card's been deactivated because I upgraded my card. Hear me out. Tomorrow you're getting a kit? Are you asking how to get kits? So yeah. Kits are pretty cheap. You just buy them through the app. Yeah, like, that's part of the reason why I only have a few kits, is because only a few of them actually appeal to me. And I have no intention of getting Bust the Dust. I don't even like cleaning in real life.
Okay.
Bust the Dust is pretty much just allows dust to build up.
I figured something like that, so...
Yeah. And it adds vacuums into the game. There's my shiny Meowth! Should have found one by now. Doesn't normally take this long to find a shiny in this game. You have a butler in Sims 4? Oh yeah, I think that was... Oh shoot. I think that was one of the... that was the luxury pack. At least I'm pretty sure butlers were in the luxury pack.
Have that pack.
Yes. And I think Little Miss Sam's also does have a mod that allows you to hire a specific butler as well.
Then you need a butler named Alfred.
Ah, Dragonite and Pidgeot are both deciding they want to show us their butts.
What's wrong with these Pokemon?
I know! Oh my goodness, Dragonite once spent so long just shoving its... Like, we had this one stream many years ago where all of the Dragonites would pop up on screen and then they just stick their butts in the camera.
Okay.
It's just non-stop dragon butt.
So it was Dragon Ball Z?
Pretty much. Command Center in Sims is so nice to have change age. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty easy to change your Sims age. Like, you can just do, like, if you're aging up, you can just use the birthday cake. But if you want to age down, you just go to, you just use the cast full edit mode cheat. And then that will allow you to just go into cast and change their age. So it basically sends cast back into how it is when you first create a family. So it tells the game, so it makes the game think that it's the very first time you're creating this sim. So it'll let you do any changes you want. Petanat, you need to get out of here. Getting out of here, getting out of here, getting out of here. There's Meowth. There's the kitty. Okay, I'm pretty sure lures do actually increase your shiny odds, so... I was thinking about just doing it without the lure, but let's just go ahead and put down another lure. It's taking so long. Just let the Pidgeys walk up to me. When you were a noob, you did chesting sheets and money 9,999. Yep. Well, I love doing Rags to Riches, as well as Super Sim, which is a challenge that James Turner came up with, where you're basically just trying to get all of as many traits as you possibly can onto a sim. And you have to have aging on, but you can use the Potion of Youth. But obviously you have to spend points to do Potion of Youth. But he always starts off as an adult. My thing is that I actually will basically breed my Super Sim. Because there are certain traits that you can only get by having a child with another sim. So I'll do Father Winter's Baby, and then the Sulani's Gift. So if you have a sim that, if you've got Island Living, and you have a sim who is a child of the island, then they can summon island elementals. And then if you can manage to revive one of them, then you can have a baby with them. And then the child that you have will get the trait Sulani's Mana. And that basically allows you to instantly evolve a plant. You can only do it once, and it only sends them up one stage. But it's really good. It's really nice for gardening. I'm actually currently in my own playthrough. You go to Mod The Sims? Yeah. I'm actually currently working on setting that up. Because I've also, aside from those two, I'm also aiming for Ancient Bloodline with the Spellcaster Occult. Because magic is so good.
You're still talking about The Sims?
Yeah?
Okay. Sounded like a different game.
Yeah, there are occults in The Sims 4 as well. But you have to buy the specific packs for them.
Okay.
In fact, that Island Living pack I was mentioning, that one comes with mermaids.
Uh-huh.
Which you know Fish loves.
I do know that.
But yeah, Spellcaster Sims, their magic is so good. Like, there's the Scrubberoo spell. So you don't have to worry about getting that tense moodlet from cleaning, because your Sims are upset that they had to actually sit there and scrub something clean. Instead, they could just cast a spell and then instantly clean an object. There's also Reparo, which will instantly repair an object. And there's Delicioso, which will create food for them to eat. And one of my favorites is the duplication spell. CMD Woohoo. I'm not sure what CMD means. I mean, woohoo is, you know, just you know, passionate hugging. So if you're just asking what woohoo is basically, you know, passionate hugging, you know, go have a baby. There's actually two different forms of woohoo. There's the regular woohoo, and then there's try for baby. And regular woohoo will not result in a pregnancy no matter how much you do it, unless you have a mod for risky woohoo, which I do have that set with MC Command Center. So that, cause like, yeah, it's like, cause passionate hugging on its own, you know, even as no matter how protected you are, there's still a chance of getting pregnant. Oh wow, this Meowth came all the way around here. We kind of have to go meet it. He came all the way around just to say hi. And we get to say bye. I mean, I won't turn Risky Woohoo up a whole lot, but... So MC Command Center, and the shorthand for MC Command Center is MCCC. And it's by Deaderpool. And yes, their username and icon are inspired by Deadpool. Speaking of Deadpool, I really hope those rumors of its Detective Pikachu 2 are true. Because I really liked Detective Pikachu. It would be fun to play Detective Pikachu on the channel sometime too. A bolt of brilliance. Thunder Crash. I love how it's like Detective Pikachu can't use any electric attacks, but whenever he says a bolt of brilliance, there's still a bunch of thunderbolts behind him. Also, water break.
Okay.
Man, I really am looking forward to that Infants update, though. But I really do want Growing Together, too. Like, oh my gosh, Growing Together looks so good. All the milestones, and you can define their familial relationships as well. Which kind of has me thinking about doing a new save file, like aging all of the miraculous characters down to infants, and then like having everybody grow up. But I was thinking that we could return everybody to their normal households and play with the Agreste household and see if we can actually get it so that Gabriel is distant from his kids. And we would actually have Emily around too, and Emily would be close to the twins. And then, around the time when we age the twins up to teens, we would kill Emily off.
I think I know some persons who would, nah, like that.
But the compatibility, like, oh my goodness, I am so looking forward to compatibility.
Okay.
Well, because there are a couple of different things that determine how compatible two sims are with each other. And it's not even just romantic, it's also friendly too.
Oh, okay.
But like you can set it like you can set in CAS what kind of traits and interactions a sim likes. So like if you have a sim that doesn't like mischief, then and then a sim walks up to them and tries to do a mischief interaction, then that's going to put a strain on their relationship.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
Or let's say we gave Gabriel we said that let's say we made it so that Gabriel dislikes clumsy sims. Well, that would instantly put a strain on him and Marinette because Marinette is clumsy, so he would instantly have a bit of dislike for her.
That would be anything new.
And then we could also have Chloe dislike creative sims, have her dislike clumsy sims, have her dislike video gaming and geek characters.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything, actually.
Have her dislike pretty much everything. And then she said, and that'll make it so that our Sims stop trying to be friendly with Chloe. You have a free Steam Games mod? So I have to say that I can't support that just because, you know, that's how we get games in the first place is, you know, the money that we spend to the games. I'll always advocate supporting the official release. It's like, if you like a game, buy it. Because that'll also let the creators know, well, the company know that, hey, people like this game, we should make more. So that's how Pokemon got as big as it did, was, you know, people liked the games and they bought the games. Like, there are some instances where there's really not much choice. Like, when it comes to previous generation Pokemon games that are not on the Switch. They don't make those games anymore. So there's no place to really buy them, especially with the 3DS eShop going down. There's nowhere you can go to actually buy those games anymore. So that would be a situation where, yes, I would say go ahead and emulate the game. Because otherwise, you're looking at spending $300, $400 on a cartridge on eBay that's not even being sold by Nintendo themselves.
And you don't even know if there's no guarantee it will work.
Right? I mean, you could still report it to eBay and be like, hey, I bought this and it doesn't work. I want my money back. And then eBay will force them to give you the refund.
But still, it's quite a hassle.
Oh yeah. Especially since you gotta ship it back. Come on, Meowth. Where are you, Meowth? Never had a hunt take this long in this game before. Well, aside from like a really rare spawn. Dragonite, don't you dare. Dragonite, move. Dragonite. Dragonite! Dragonite! Get your butt out of the camera! Move your butt! Thank you. Rude! Rude! There are no bad dragon types. No, but there are rude ones. Right? Like it wasn't. It didn't even have the courtesy of being green. Like maybe if it was green, then I would be okay with it sticking its butt in my face. Cause at least then it's like, hey, look, I'm shiny. Look how shiny I am. Also water break. Stop that. You didn't have my coffee this morning.
Oh, why not?
Oh, I just didn't feel like it.
Okay, well, that makes sense. I get that. There is a Meowth, but it's not shiny, I think.
Nope. Gosh, I almost want to say screw it, let's go play Legends Arceus.
But that you can't play with one hand.
Yeah, I'm trying, and even though my hand is starting to feel better, I'm still trying not to push it.
Should at least let it rest until the end of the week, I would say.
Yeah. Alright, well, have a magical day even if you aren't able to make it back. I still hope you have a magical day. And thanks for chatting while you were here.
Left?
Skymaster Gaming.
Ah. Who is not this guy we know,
Nope.
as we learned.
But it's still appreciated.
What does a shiny Meowth even look like? I don't know.
For the most part, the brown on its tail and paws is a bit more green, and the rest of it, which is normally very light tan, is just a little bit more tan. But the green is the part that that really makes it noticeable. And it's not a bright green either. It's a pretty dull green. Oh, you know what might be fun? Giving every Pokemon a pink shiny. Just do a Photoshop video where it's like, yeah, you just turn this Pokemon pink. Wait till you see what shade of pink it...
Afraid to ask.
I do think Meowth actually would look good with you know, its brown parts becoming pink. Like, not a bright pink or anything. Like a dull pink. Like a nice dull rose color. I think might look good on it. Which reminds me, there's a YouTuber that I follow, and he hasn't done any of this stuff in a while, but he used to have this series that he did. So it's kind of a long story how he got to this series, because he originally did videos that were just, what if blank was a Pokemon region? Like, what if Italy was a Pokemon region? What if Australia was a Pokemon region? So on and so forth. But then somebody started this thing that a lot of PokeTubers got into, which was, you know, what if I had my own evil team? So PokeTubers would be like, okay, if I had my own evil team, you know, this is the type of Pokemon we would use, and this is what our goals would be, etc. So he decided to do his evil team with fairy types, and he called them Team Buddy. And Team Buddy's thing was they were based in Unova, and on the surface they went around basically just trying to correct everything that Team Plasma did when they were tricking everybody into releasing their Pokemon and separating everybody from their Pokemon. Well, Team Buddy's goal was, oh yeah, we're on the outside. They're like, oh yeah, we're going to bring people and Pokemon closer together and try to and encourage everybody to be nice to each other. That was the big thing. Or encouraging people to be nice to each other. But anyone who didn't comply with them and was found being mean to each other, they would secretly draw into this, like, salon and essentially brainwash them. So all of the Team Buddy grunts were just brainwashed people who were brainwashed into just being super nice and overly friendly. And their motif was, like, based on, like, the 60s. You know, like, giant giant hair and sweater vests and all that. And like the leader of Team Buddy, Mr. Buddy, is actually, you know, he and all of his admins are actually greasers. And the reason that they formed Team Buddy is because, you know, Mr. Buddy himself, he wanted to be friends with people, but people saw his greaser attire and just, you know, were afraid of him, and nobody wanted to talk to him or give him a chance or anything. And all of the admins, you know, he made friends with them, and they all were pretty similar. You know, they were also greasers that, you know, they were nice people and everything, but nobody would give them a chance because of the way they dressed. So they formed Team Buddy to force everybody to be nice to each other.
Okay.
Well, they also stole the serum that was created by Dr. Fennel, using Muna's Dream Mist, and Muna and Masharna's Dream Mist, which was in the original games, and that's how they buddyized people. Well, after they failed, somebody got a hold of their mist and started buddyizing Pokemon as well as people. And a buddyized Pokemon is automatically becomes a fairy type.
Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure you want that now. Or you wanted that for when you learned about it.
No, because the buddyizing process is actually pretty messed up. Like,
okay.
He even did this animatic, because he was gonna do like a whole season 2. And he did this animatic to basically tease season 2 of it. And it's essentially just this whole story of Cynthia and Garchomp being drawn in to a buddyizing salon. And Cynthia at first manages to escape getting buddyized, but then as she's trying to escape and she's looking for her Garchomp appears and is already buddyized and just straight up attacks her. It doesn't even recognize her anymore.
Oh.
And then, thanks to Garchomp, they were able to recapture Cynthia and actually buddyize her. That animatic is actually how I found his channel in the first place.
Oh, okay.
And I actually do have his permission to play his videos on my channel, too. Like, as background noise while we're shiny hunting. I almost forgot about that, too. I might do that sometime. And then I can share the YouTube screen so that you can hear the audio as well. Yeah, the animatic is actually pretty chilling. Although now the Buddy series is kind of put on hold because now Mr. Buddy's actually creating his own game, just called Buddymon.
Okay.
And, you know, he admits that it is very heavily inspired by Pokemon and everything. But it's, cause like originally he was thinking about doing it as like a Pokemon game. But obviously there's legal issues involved with that, so he decided to just create his own monster catching game.
Why not?
Yeah. His channel got pretty big, so he has the money for it. And now he's also got backing from fans, too. Of course, he's not the only PokeTuber who's started making their own thing as well. A-Drive, another really big PokeTuber, is creating his own monster card game. You know, partially inspired by the Pokemon trading card game. That he calls Alestrals.
Interesting title.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's even got animated advertisements for it now, too. Although I don't think A-Drive actually streams the creation of Alestrals the way that Mr. Buddy does. Well, hi there, Meowth. Meowth came over to say hi. Oh, and now he's running away. Okay. Bye, Meowth.
Look for one of your shiny brothers.
Squirtle!
Aw. I do love Squirtle, though. He's my second favorite starter. Well, I have to say, though, pretty much everyone who doesn't have Squirtle as their favorite Kanto starter will claim Squirtle as their second at the very least. Like, most everyone who doesn't claim Squirtle as their favorite starter will claim them as their second.
That's actually quite correct.
So most people who like Charizard don't really care for Bulbasaur. And most people who prefer Bulbasaur don't really care as much for Charmander.
Can completely say that this is right. I don't care for Charmander at all.
Like, I don't dislike any of the starters, but yeah, of the 3 Kanto starters, Bulbasaur will always be my favorite. With Squirtle as a close second. It's just so cute! And I especially loved Ash's Bulbasaur, too. So Ash's Bulbasaur is kind of like the big brother of Ash's Pokemon. He's the responsible one.
Yeah, interesting with a trainer like that.
Mm-hmm. And he's also the peacekeeper at Professor Oak's lab.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
to a shocking degree.
Water break.
Water break.
So many meows. So many
But
cute
none
kids.
was. But none was the right color.
Nope, unfortunately.
Meow. Squirtle.
Oh, there it is! Oh, there it is! There it is! Oh, wait, is that more pink? It looks more pink. It looks more pink. Oh my goodness. Charizard, get me up there. Oh, there it is! Don't go away, please, Meowth. Come here. Oh! There it is! It is more pink. Okay, I could have sworn it was green, but there it is! Oh, come on. It's a girl, too! Oh, come on. Come on, Meowth. Get in the ball, please.
Great.
Oh, we finally found it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That took so long. I can't believe how long that took, but we finally got her. And she's a girl. Oh, it's been so long since we've got a new shiny. Oh my goodness. We finally got a shiny Meowth. I think that's my first one, too. I'm pretty sure that's the first time I found one. Welcome back, Sky. I love how you come back and we find a shiny.
Aren't you safe already?
Not yet, but that's a good idea. Thank you for reminding me. Let's go ahead and add her to our party. Add to party. And we'll go ahead and replace Persian. Oh yeah, we want to have her... I want her out of my ball, too. Take out a Pokeball. There she is! Meowth is sniffing at the ground. Aw.
Meow.
Meowth is happily following you. Aw. She's so sweet. She's so sweet! Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, we finally got our shiny Meowth, and she's a girl! Yeah, I could have sworn Meowth was pink, but no, it's more of a reddish pink, and that actually does make it so much better! But I was at least right about the lighter part being a little bit darker. So we can get one of these other Meowths over here to compare. So yeah, she's a little bit darker. Oh, hi monkey! Come to see the shiny kitty? You come to see our sparkling new kitty cat? If only we could find one more. We've been sitting here for so long. But let's get one more. Oh, I am really happy about this though. I am so happy we were able to get a shiny today. And we caught her on my birthday! She's my little birthday present!
Nice one.
Yes. You know, we should also think about a nickname for her. Not gonna lie, I almost kind of want to nickname her after my very first cat, Poku. Poku was a calico kitty, and we got her when I was a toddler, actually, just learning how to talk. And she hadn't been named yet, but my brother and sister were upset because, you know, she kept going into their rooms at night and poking at them with her claws. So they decided that they wanted to call her Poker. And me, not really being able to talk very well, I tried to say Poker, and it came out Poku. And my dad's like, that's it, that's the cat's name. So
Then go with it.
that was the first time I ever got to nickname first time I ever got to name a pet. And the fact that she's a girl makes it even better because Poku was also a girl.
So that means you have to do it. No other choice.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now. Gosh, Leo. Leo? You keep hitting the microphone with your tail. Yeah, stop that. Doesn't sound very good when you do that.
Meow.
Dragonite. Dragonite. Dragonite! Okay, he's like, oh, then here, you can see my thigh. See? Look. See, I'm a pretty dragon. It's like, okay, but we want pretty cats. We're here for the kitties. Poku's having fun following from behind. This bird is like, hey, there's a cat here. I don't need to avoid that at all. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean cats eat birds? It just reminds me of another line from So Near Yet So Far-Fetched.
Leaving Team Rocket to watch your Pokemon is like leaving your cat to watch your canary.
Which is basically a reference to Sylvester and Tweety.
I thought I tore a Ponytat. I did tore a Ponytat.
Yeah, I don't see why they can't just, like, import the sparkle effects from this game and put it into Scarlet and Violet. It would be so easy. It's like, they would just need to do it with the sparkle effects. That's all they need to do to make shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet better. It's like, even if they don't want to add in the sound effect, they could still add in the sparkle effect. And I'm honestly surprised that that wasn't in their patch notes for the latest update. Like, can we please get an update for shinies in Scarlet and Violet? Can we please get overworld sound effects? It sparkles. Like, even if it's just a sound effect or just a sparkle. One or the other. Even if it's just one. It doesn't matter. We just need something to help us to tell the bad shinies apart from the originals.
Yeah, because there are quite a good number where the changes are so minimal.
Mm-hmm. It sound like Harley
Like-
Quinn? Oh gosh. Like, I definitely know who Harley is. I just try to think of... Oh yeah. Oh yeah, right. The one line from Static Shock.
Laughter's the best medicine, you know. Although for some reason that accent sounded kinda off. Yeah, there we go. Gotta add that Brooklyn accent for Harley. I mean, maybe not quite so thick, though. I mean, I'm definitely not Tara Strong. Tara will always be Harley Quinn. I can at least get close.
Oh yeah, I love doing accents. I really do. I'm honestly surprised I didn't give more accents to when we play Sword and Shield, though.
Sigh.
Yeah, one of the big reasons why I do want to get another Meowth, though, is that we've already got the chain going. We might as well try to get another Meowth. So I would really love to be able to put together a living Shiny Dex. I think a living Shiny Dex would be so cool to put together.
That also sounds tedious.
Well, yeah, but... it's also something fun to do on live streams. And it's also a nice little bragging point to be able to say, hey, look at all these shinies I've got. I remember when M&J TV went around and not only did he build himself a living Shiny Dex, but he also made it his goal to go around and defeat all of the Master Trainers with shiny versions of those Pokemon. And he even did an entire series about it, where he would go and battle those Master Trainers with a shiny Pokemon.
Hey, monkey.
Aw.
Hi. Oh, give the kitty pets. Give the kitty pets. Hi. Oh, Leomon. Leomon.
It is a shame, though, that there are some Pokemon that have just... well, I guess... I mean, yeah, there are... yeah, I mean, this... well, I was gonna say it's true, still. There are some Pokemon that have never been on the Switch.
For example...
So, like... Audino. Audino is not in Sword and Shield, and it's not in Scarlet and Violet or Legends Arceus, and obviously it's not in this game either. Because it's a Unova Pokemon, not from Kanto. And I forget if Diamond and Pearl had, like, literally every Gen 1, 2, 3, and 4 Pokemon, or if it was just Gen 4. Or, like, and then, like, and then other basics. Because I know that they had more than just the regional decks. Hi, monkey. Oh. Sleepy kitty. He's coming in for some sleepy time. Bless you. They sneezed.
I did not hear that.
Yeah, it was in the other, because they're in the other room.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna check to see, like, I'm gonna check Ledybuzz, see if Ledybuzz in Diamond and Pearl, or Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Nope. So yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon that, could have technically been obtained in Diamond and Pearl, but are not in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. So, like, Ladybug has never been on the Nintendo Switch. Could try Sims 4 Superhero mod. I've looked into the Superhero mod, but it didn't really look like what I wanted to use it for. Yes, I do have a kitty. His name is Leo, and he's currently on my lap. He's the one I'll refer to as Monkey and Monkey Butt. And if I say I'm being attacked, he's the one I'm referring to. Pidgey, go away. Pidgey, go away. Although, I do feel kind of bad that he's laying on me now when I really need to get up and go turn the light on. Because the sun's starting to go down outside. But I think he's also happy that I can actually pet him with my left hand now. And without that clunky wrist brace in the way either. Can I sky high sky in Harley Quinn voice? So cool. So you... Okay. So... gotta get into Harley. I have to do that line to get into Harley.
Laughter's the best medicine, you know. So basically you want me to say sky high sky in the Harley Quinn voice? Although for some reason Harley got into a bit of a British accent there. Evening, Governor. Would you like a spot of tea there, Puddin'?
Yeah, okay.
Harley Quinn in British accent with a British accent.
I'm pretty sure there is one Earth where she is British.
My absolute favorite DC series will always be Static Shock. And there was an episode where one of the Bang Babies got tricked by Harley and Ivy into running away to Gotham, supposedly to get a cure for being a Bang Baby. But instead, they were just trying to trick her to help them to steal. Yeah, and her Bang Baby name was Nails. And when they give her the quote-unquote serum to cure her, she gets a good whiff and she's like,
"It smells like nail polish." Technically, it is.
And then they attack her.
Get it? Nail polish for polishing off nails?
And then Ivy's just like, ugh. Aw.
You know, he's about to roll over.
Yeah, I loved Static Shock. It's a shame we don't have more shows like that. Like, they tackled some really serious topics. Like, one episode I'll always go back to is the episode called Sons of the Fathers, which, if you've never seen Static Shock, Static, or Virgil Hawkins, he's a black kid, and his best friend Richie is white. Well, one day, Virgil and Richie are having a sleepover at Virgil's place, and Virgil's like, "Hey, you know, we've never really hung out at your place before. In fact, I don't think I've even met your parents." And Richie's like kind of hesitant to introduce Virgil, but Virgil's able to convince him to let them, to do a sleepover at Richie's house next time. And so Virgil goes over to Richie's and meets Richie's dad, his parents, and Mr. Foley just automatically does not like Virgil. Also, Richie Foley, so his dad would be Mr. Foley. But he automatically does not like Virgil, but Virgil doesn't really know what he did wrong. Like, he mentions the song that he and Richie are into, which is a rap song, and Mr. Foley gets, like, all upset. Like, we don't listen to that kind of music in this house. And, he goes on about, the things that how a lot of rap songs, endorse drugs and violence, and it's like, well, not all rap songs are like that, which is true. That's the thing that turns me off from the genre, but there are some good rap songs out there. But, he still, doesn't want to hear it. And, Virgil's, like, not sure why Mr. Foley doesn't like him at first, and Richie's like, "Oh, no, yeah, that's just how my dad is." And Virgil's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go brush my teeth." On his way to the bathroom, he overhears Richie's parents talking, and he hears Mr. Foley say some really racist things, like, calling Virgil one of those people, like, never would have let him hang out with him if you knew it was one of those people. Basically saying, well, knowing that he's black. And Virgil is, very rightfully hurt. And, he just decides that he's just gonna go home and not stay there. And, which, of course, really upsets Richie. So, after Virgil leaves, Richie, gathers his stuff, and then he storms downstairs. It's like, are you happy now? My best friend is gone now because of your racism. And then he leaves. And he doesn't come home. Well, finally, Richie's parents realize that Richie has actually run away from home. So they go to the youth center where Virgil's dad works, and, well, Mr. Foley does, not his mom. But Mr. Foley goes to the youth center where Virgil's dad works, and they start looking around trying to find Richie. And Mr. Foley winds up seeing how, the runaways live, and it's like, and Mr. Foley's able to, give them some perspective, some of these are good kids that just don't see eye to eye with their parents, kind of like Richie. And starts to give him a bit more perspective on the matter. And, Virgil, obviously, he goes out looking for Richie, and, he changes so that he's going as Static. And, some of the other Bang Babies have noticed that, Richie tends to hang around Static a bit, so they're like, hey, you seem like you're friends with Static. We're gonna, mess with you and try to lure out Static. Well, the dads find him first and try to save Richie, but they get caught up in everything, and then Static has to come in and save everybody. And at the end of the episode, we see Mr. Foley actually starting to change his ways and actually trying to be a bit more open, or a bit more open-minded, and actually allow Richie to be friends with the black kid. And that will forever be one of my favorite episodes of that genre. Those, racism is bad, don't be prejudiced. They tackle it so well, and they handle it so respectfully. It was a really good episode. Water break.
Okay.
Another good episode that I'll go back to a lot is, I don't remember the name of the episode or even what the girl's name was, but it was about this homeless girl who had, who gained ice powers. So she was basically like a preteen Elsa, because she couldn't control her ice powers. And she wound up freezing a lot of the city. But, it was mostly just out of fear and self-defense. And Static was able to help her out and get her the help that she needed. So she was able to get off the streets and get counseling. And then there was the gun episode. So, I'm just gonna say G, just so that YouTube doesn't try to demonetize me for this. But, yeah, there was an actual episode about G's. And, and it was also about bullying, too. So, I can't remember the kid's name, but, this kid was getting bullied, by some guys at their school. And, Virgil tried to, help him out and stuff. Be like, that don't let them bother you, they're jerks, let's hang out, let's be friends. But then the kid takes Virgil over to his house and tries to show Virgil his dad's G. Well, Virgil's mother was killed by a G in a gang war. She was killed in the crossfire. And, so ever since then, he's absolutely hated G's. He can't stand them. And so he's got a lot of PTSD involved with them. So when he saw that, he's like, no, I don't want anything to do with that, and he left. And, you going to go now? Okay. Well, have a good nap. Well, the kid wound up getting bullied again, and, he didn't really have Virgil on his side either, because Virgil I think Virgil just wasn't really around because he was also doing a lot of static stuff as well. But he started getting bullied again while they were setting up for a school event. And he got so, like, the bullying got so bad, you know, he got shoved in his locker, and they were doing everything they could to harass him to the point where he's like, you know what, enough is enough. And he brought the G to school with the intention of unaliving the bully. Well, Richie tried to be like, hey, you know, let's calm down, trying to defuse the situation. But when the bullies saw Richie, you know, trying to defuse the situation, and the kids started to calm down a little bit, they decided to jump him. Which, you know, at that point, they're just like, hey, we need to get this G away from him before someone gets hurt, mainly us. But then he misfires and accidentally gets Richie in the leg. And the entire episode is actually being told as a flashback by Virgil, who is actually in a meeting with a guidance counselor, or not a guidance counselor, but just a counselor, who's just, you know, just a trauma counselor who's trying to help him, talk him through all this stuff. And obviously, you know, he has to come up with different things that he could say to her. Like, when he's transformed, or when, not transformed, being miraculous, when he's, you know, flying around as Static, he's talking to Richie over their walkie-talkies, and he just but he doesn't really tell her that he's flying around as Static. He just tells her that he was blowing off steam. But yeah, like they handled it very, very respectfully, very well, showing that, you know, this is how this stuff happens. And, you know, not everybody who does these things are really bad people. They're just, you know, they're good people, but they're put into these really bad situations where they're left feeling like they've got no other choice but to go down this harmful route. But the episode was basically, you know, just to raise awareness for bullying, and they even had they don't usually do PSAs at the end of Static Shock episodes, but they did do one for this episode, where Static comes in and is like, hey, if you see someone getting bullied, just do something, say something, tell a teacher. And if someone shows you a G, get out of there and tell an adult. So that was one of the things that they showed that Virgil actually did wrong was, and like they addressed that too, Virgil saying that, you know, I should have told somebody. Maybe if I had told somebody about the G, then, you know, Richie wouldn't have gotten hurt and it wouldn't have escalated to that point. And it really is a shame that because of censorship being the way that it is now, that shows can't really tell those kinds of stories anymore. Especially not American television. Like, there are certainly ways that they can get around that. Like, for example, they could, like, the Owl House could very easily, you know, use Bellows as a, oh gosh, I can't remember the word. An allegory for racism by, you know, showing more of his prejudice against witches. It's like, that's something that's very easy for them to do because they're basically replacing black people and people of color with witches, something that doesn't actually exist in reality. So you can get that past the censors. Another clever use of clever way of getting past the censors is in Teen Titans. There was an episode where Starfire was being treated with prejudice by another alien, and, you know, she very clearly says that, you know, people treat Tamaranians differently. When he calls her Trog, he's calling her nothing, that she's worthless. And they bring Cyborg in and finds out that she's being treated this way, and even though and Starfire's like, you also know what it is like to be treated different, to be treated differently just because. You also know what it's like to be mistreated because you are different, and Cyborg is like, of course I do. I'm part robot. But he's also, like, they don't say it, but he's also black, which is another thing that would draw prejudice towards him. But they can't say that it's because he's black, so they instead say it's because I'm part robot.
Yeah, I seem to remember that actually.
My Little Pony had something like that too, because there was this character named Chancellor Neisei, because, you know, one of the main characters, Princess Twilight, or just Twilight, created a school of friendship, because she's the princess of friendship, and she, after visiting a bunch of different lands outside of Equestria, and realizing that not everyone was, you know, as accepting of friendship as the ponies were, she created the School of Friendship and invited people from even outside of Equestria. And then Chancellor Neisei, who was the, you know, the head chancellor of the, you know, basically just the like, kind of like the school district. But, you know, they decided, you know, how schools work, and school board, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, he's basically like the head of the school board, but for all ponies in Equestria. And he didn't like the idea that there were non-ponies going to the friendship school, because when Twilight's, you know, suggested the school, he saw it as Twilight teaching ponies how to be friends so that they could defend themselves from the threats that lie outside of Equestria. Basically, he thought that the school was intended to weaponize friendship.
Okay.
But, so when he finds out that there's a yak, a sea pony, a griffin, and a changeling going to the school, he's like, what are these creatures doing here? Why are non-ponies in this school learning about friendship? How dare they learn about the thing that we use to protect ourselves? And basically, he's racist against non-ponies. And they also, and aside from that, there's also, like, the history of their version of Christmas, but they call it Hearthwarming Eve. And the way that it was created was, back in the day, Earth ponies, unicorns, and Pegasi didn't get along. They only coexisted with each other out of necessity. But then one day, you know, the Wendigos showed up and started freezing the land, basically reflecting the cold nature that the ponies had towards each other back to them. And so they decided to go off and find new land. Well, when they find new land, they all find Equestria at the same time, separately, but at the same time, and then they start fighting over the land. But then, because it's each being like one ruler and then one advisor. Well, the advisor saw what the hatred was doing to the rulers, and they're like, well, I don't hate you. In fact, like, the only person I hate is my ruler, and even that's kind of a strong word. I don't really hate her. I just really, 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 really dislike her. And they start becoming friends, and, you know, telling each other stories, and, you know, singing songs to get themselves through this storm that's going outside. And as they become friends, it starts getting warmer. And that eventually thaws out the frozen leaders, who see that, you know, friendship and getting along with each other actually saved them, And they decide, you know what, it's time we finally put our differences aside and for the good of our people. And so they join together to create Equestria. And then in Generation 5, they sort of bring that back because it's like generations have passed. All the previous characters from G4 have already passed on. And none of these characters are even the descendants of the original ponies. They're just brand new characters. But during that time period, during the time skip, the three types of ponies stopped being friends with each other, and they even stopped being friends with creatures from other lands as well. And eventually the discourse between the three pony tribes eventually caused them to lose their magic completely. And that's kind of what Generation 5 has been about, was them, you know, trying to get past all the racism and stuff and learning to be friends with each other. And they even, like, the characters themselves, you know, they still accept each other, but even then they still make, you know, mistakes because they're still not used to each other's cultures.
Oh.
Well, what?
Huh?
You said whoa.
No, yeah, that was in my game.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna go turn the light on. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Also, water break.
Okay.
Although now talking about all those shows makes me kind of want to go back and rewatch Static Shock again. I put a shock to your system. I heard a rumor that they were actually rebooting Static Shock. I don't know if it would be like a continuation of the original series or if it's just like a brand new animated series, which would be totally fine because, you know, they do that stuff all the time, rebooting the, you know, constant different shows with their different iterations of the same comics. But I would still hope that they base it off of the version that was on TV and not the comics. The comics were very different.
I don't think it was aired here in Germany, so I don't think I have seen it. Never heard the title, at least.
Fight the criminals, chase the bad guys. So, this guy, half kid, half amazing. Static Shock, listen. Can't remember the words right now. It was a good show.
Doesn't sound bad, at least.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was definitely one of those, you know, it was definitely episodic. It was, you know, baddie of the week, fight of the week sort of style, which was very common back then. I mean, it's still common now, but it wasn't a story-driven show. but it still had a lot of really good stories. And they did have continuity. Dragonite! Dragonite! Thank you! Thank you for moving. So, like, if something big happened, then they would still reference it later on. They did a lot of crossovers with other DC shows, too. Like, they crossed over with the Justice League on a number of times, actually. And there were also specific Superman episodes. And some specific Batman episodes. They even did a Batman Beyond episode where Virgil accidentally gets sent into the future and meets Terry McGinnis.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that episode did tease at an episode that we never got.
Wow.
Because in the episode, at the very beginning of the episode, Virgil notices that that Robin isn't around. So he's like, "Where's Robin?" And Bruce is like, "With the Titans." "Who?" "You'll meet them eventually." And then he never meets the Teen Titans.
Ah.
And the thing is that yeah, and like, they did have a different design for Robin in that show than they did in the Cartoon Network Teen Titans, but they were still going with they were still using Dick Grayson Robin, so they were heavily implying that they would eventually get to cross over with the Teen Titans, and then they never did. But I mean, I think a big part of that was also the fact that DC kind of lost the rights to Static, because they basically did a merger with a different comic company. And, you know, that company was like, yeah, you can use Static for your stuff. And then after the show finished airing, they're like, you know, actually, you know, we want our character back. Well, I think it was just that they licensed him, and then the license ended, but yeah, nothing's really come out with Static since. Static will always be my favorite superhero. I love you, Cat Noir, I really do, but no one can replace Static. I mean, Static also has the benefit of nostalgia on his side, but still. Where is this Meowth?
Hopefully we don't have to wait for it just as long as for the first one.
Right? Let's see how long it's been since the first one. Okay, so we found the first one about 48 minutes ago. And we've been streaming for about an hour longer than that. At least this time around. And we were streaming for about an hour before that, so it took us about 2 hours to find Poku. Well, the question is, how far along were we when the stream crashed?
Since we did not notice it
Right?
for maybe an hour, maybe longer, who knows? We were talking just fine. just among ourselves, apparently.
Right? Well, hopefully it appears soon. Also, you know how when we were hunting Dratini and Scarlet and Violet, or just Pokemon in general, and they were constantly like going under the water? Like if we were hunting on the water, you know how they would go underwater and just escape? Apparently, the game is actually coded so that if a Pokemon is shiny, they won't go and run away like that. Even if they normally do run away.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Same for a Pokemon that will blow up, like a Voltorb. If a Voltorb is shiny, it won't blow up.
Yeah, that I can confirm because I have Forestress. Or Fortress.
Fortress. Ooh, now that's a playthrough you could already do in Scarlet and Violet.
What?
Playthrough as Brock. With Brock's Pokemon.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, because Geodude and Onix aren't in the game. Oh, and I guess Zubat isn't in the game either.
Exactly.
But you do have
Neither-
Krogunk.
Neither is Vulpix.
Oh, yeah. But you do have Krogunk. You do have the Chansey line. You do have the You do have the Sudowoodo line.
Why Chansey? I don't remember him having a Chansey.
Yeah, in the Sinnoh region, he got a Pokemon egg that he hatched into a Happiny. And then Happiny, at the very end of the series, evolved into a Chansey. And
Right.
and when he returned in Journeys, Chansey had evolved into a Blissey. That was what inspired him to become a Pokemon doctor, was his Chansey.
It's just because it is that long that I saw this series. I really did not remember that.
Yep. Hello, Mike. Welcome to the stream. Yes, we got some Squirtles on the screen. Although we're looking for Meowth. We've already got one shiny Meowth. But
There's another one wanted to evolve.
yep. So yeah, this is Poku, our shiny Meowth. Poku has a lot of energy. And she's named after my very first kitty from when I was a little girl. But now we're just waiting for another Meowth to appear. And also just sort of chatting, telling stories and stuff. Yep. Yeah, because this is post-game, so Charizard and Dragonite and Pidgeotto will appear in the sky. And sometimes, Dragonite will stick its butt in the camera. But yeah, and so yeah, we're also looking at the top there just in case we see a black Charizard or a green Dragonite. Alright, since we've already got this Meowth, I'd be okay with, you know, breaking our chain. But it would still be kind of sad to have to break the chain because of another shiny. Aw, hi Squirtle. Well, you're a friendly little Squirtle, aren't you? Aw. Bye, Squirtle. But yeah, because we do have a chain of 41 for Meowth, well, now 42 because we got our shiny, Squirtle will pretty much always be on screen. When one disappears, another one will reappear. Where are all the Meowth at? Psyduck, Pidgey, Venonat, go away! We want Meowth! Give us our Scratch Cat! I mean, if you're gonna occupy encounter slots, the very least you could do is be shiny.
Sorry. Squirtle! Squirtle!
Gosh, I really do love seeing them wandering around the world like this. Like, Overworld Pokemon in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are the most lively Pokemon in any 3D Pokemon game thus far. Just seeing them wandering around and, you know, their different expressions and... like, they really did a good job with this game. Pika Pika?
Yay, yay!
Raichu is superior. Oh, thank you for subscribing! Yep, we normally stream on Mondays and Wednesdays, but today's my birthday, so I took the day off today to stream. Dragonite, don't you dare. Dragonite! Dragonite! That's rude! You rude dragon! Iris says, there are no bad dragon types! No, but there are rude ones! Thank you!
What?
Oh, they said happy birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, this little one here, it's a little birthday present to myself. Now, if only we could get that shiny Alolan Raichu.
Yeah.
But I prefer to save those hunts for days when we do art streams, because it'd be kind of boring just sitting here doing all the trades and then nothing else. It's like, at least with this, we've got all the other Pokemon that are wandering around the screen and making things a bit more interesting.
Venonat! Venonat!
Ultimate Birthday will rock you like a hurricane. Here I am, da 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 da, rock you like a hurricane. That was a good song. I'm about to rock you like a hurricane. Oh, I love that song. Ah!
Meryl? Meryl?
I think there is a Chaozu.
I'm not a Pokemon. I'm Chaozu.
Oh yeah. Vegeta, look, a Pokemon.
I'm not a Pokemon. I'm Chaozu. Chaozu.
You heard that, Vegeta? It's a Chaozu. I'm gonna catch it.
I told you I'm not a Poke. Ow!
Ah, it didn't work, Vegeta. It's because you have to damage it first. All right. Let's see if I can get a critical.
Yeah.
Dragonite, don't you dare.
It's
Right.
coming again.
So keep your butt out of the camera, Dragonite.
Aw, Squirtle being cute.
Yeah, I really do hope they eventually make a Let's Go Johto game or a Legends Arceus game. Imagine if they did it the same like what they did with Sinnoh, where they made Brilliant Diamond Shiny Pearl, and then they made Legends Arceus. Imagine if they did that, where they do Let's Go Johto, and then Legends Johto right after. Which I imagine would be centered around Celebi because, it's the time travel Pokemon.
Cacnea!
Yeah. I would love it's like, I do love Johto. I would love some Johto remakes and spin-offs.
Legend style game though.
Yeah. Or even Legends Kalos.
Yes, that too. But
One
I
that's
don't.
yeah. One that's
But I'm
focused
not
on the
sure
war.
They can't. Yeah.
Or even
Maybe.
it could even be like just after the war ends and AZ has, launched his ultimate weapon.
But maybe a little more about the legendaries, because in X and Y there was pretty much nothing about the legendaries.
Right?
As per usual. I mean, they are on the box and you practically know nothing about them. They just appear for some reason, and in X and Y it was even the worst kind of reason. I mean, you hear nothing about them all game, and then they are part of the ultimate weapon for some reason. And that's it.
I'm really bummed that we never got Pokemon Z version.
Yeah, that focused on Zygarde.
Mm-hmm. Especially since the anime got to do Pokemon XYZ. So we got an X, Y, and Z anime, but we never got the Z game. Imagine if we'd gotten Pokemon Z but it was all actually a completely different story. Kind of like Black 2 and White 2.
Yeah, but back to the legendaries. The most you've known about the legendaries was in Diamond and Pearl.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because Cynthia, goes around and actually studies the legends themselves.
Yeah, but you also get to know about this. You don't just go through the story and fight them because the team leader manages to summon them and all.
Mm-hmm.
Same in Black and White. You know a little more about Zekrom and Reshiram.
Yeah, I was just thinking about Black and White. Well, Sun and Moon lets you get attached to the to the box art legendary. Because you're spending all that time with Lily and Nebby, and then Nebby turns into the box art legendary.
Or indirect, because it's not your Pokemon at the time. Unlike it's now in Sword and Shield, which is for me the best when it comes to the legendaries. With the box legendaries at least. But then again, the same games also have these ruin Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So you only have the little bits of the history class. Where there is not really much about them.
And you could totally skip that part too.
Yeah. If you skip it, it makes finding them harder though.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way, because if you do go through the class, you don't only get the locations of the doors, you can actually fly to the doors.
Yep.
I did find them anyways, so I'm better than that.
I don't need to take your stinking classes. Classes? I don't need no stinking classes.
I did do it afterwards, and if you show the teacher all the 4 Pokemon, you get the TM for Nasty Plot. Which is good to know.
Yeah. Nasty Plot is a good setup move, especially for raid battles.
Yep.
Oh, it's Pidgey. For a second there, I misheard that Pidgey cry as a Ditto cry. I was like, wait, what? Ditto's not on this route. Well,
What happened to my game? Where's this Ditto coming from?
it took me a hot second to realize, oh yeah, that's Pidgey.
Maybe you've been too long on this route. You're
Or
having
maybe-
hallucinations.
Or maybe I spent too much time in the mansion. Well, that was weird. The game acted like there was something in the grass there. But there was nothing there. It's like there was an invisible Pidgey there or something. And there's a visible one right there, but...
Huh.
I swear, the grass
Invisible
moved.
Pokemon. Invisible Pokemon. We have experience with them.
Right? It's the Weasel all over again. Oh no, I'll bet you that's it. It was the Weasel. It was the invisible Weasel. Invisible Weasel. It was Invisible Weasel.
Now I wish you could have caught it. That would have been the perfect name.
Right? Meowth, where are you? Meowth! Under the evening sky with the moonlight high above, I'll learn to speak human, 'cause this cat's got puppy love. We at least drew out a couple new meows, but they're not shinies.
I'll
Will
write a
Dragonite do it again?
poetry and recite it myself.
Oh man, it's a shame Meowth's voice actor passed away. And I'm pretty sure they passed away after they switched dubbing companies, but still. But they have at least had some characters return with their original voice actors. Because, like, in Journeys, Gary is voiced by the same person as the 4Kids dub. But that's also partially because that same actor also plays Professor Oak.
Oh, okay.
So it makes sense that they would return to play Gary, since they're already there to play Professor Oak anyways. And you can definitely hear it when they're talking to each other, too.
Okay.
'Cause Gary pretty much does just sound like a young Professor Oak. Okay, that time, I know it was a Pidgey, but that time my brain was thinking that was Jigglypuff. I think it's because a lot of Gen 1 cries are repeated cries, but they're pitched or sped up or down. So it's like really common with Gen 1 cries. A lot of them are going to sound very similar because it's the same sound file, they just pitch it or speed it up or slow it down.
Oh.
So like Rhyhorn and Charizard are the same way. Come on, Meowth. Oh, shiny Meowth. If the shiny Meowth does come out, what do you think we should hunt next?
I don't know. Maybe another Pokemon of Team Rocket. Maybe just for fun.
Go back to the mansion and look for coffee.
Yeah, maybe that.
You can also go to the power plant and look for Magnemite.
Or you do that. The decision is yours.
Yep. Aw, pet the Eevee. Oh, there's Pidgey. Stop that. I'm also trying to make sure I check the Squirtles too. Squirtle's another one that's kind of hard to tell, but it's got the sparkles around it anyway, so even though Squirtle is just a couple shades different, I think it's a couple shades darker. It was either darker or lighter. But even so, even with Squirtle's shiny not being that great, you can still see it because of the sparkles.
Psyduck!
I don't have any pain meds right now. Coughing's shiny gun isn't half bad.
What?
I just looked at the shiny form of Coughing. It's not bad.
What color is it?
It's blue.
I thought it
With-
was blue, but I wasn't sure. Although, can you imagine the controversy if its shiny had been red?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's no way we're putting Coughing in Scarlet and Violet. Or any game for that matter. Not for a while, anyways.
I sent a picture of Shiny coughing in the chat.
Oh yeah. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Pidgey! Pidgey, go away. Oh my goodness. Stop that. Oh, maybe I'll end the stream early once we find the Meowth.
Find it short, so we find it shortly.
Every time a Meowth comes in, I'm like, shiny? No. Shiny? No. No. Oh. Come on, Meowth. I need you to sparkle for me. Of course, unlike the Alolan Raichu hunt, or pretty much any Alolan Pokemon for that matter, this one does require full attention, because if we miss it, it's gonna disappear.
Whereas the Alolan will be just in your box.
Yep. I'm really looking forward to when we do get it. Not just because, you know, I want it, but also because until we get it, I don't want to evolve my shiny Pikachu into a Raichu, just because I don't want to accidentally trade it to the woman, because even if you favorite it, it'll still let you trade it to her.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I don't want to run the risk of that being traded away. And then we get the shiny Alolan Raichu, but before we get that, but at the same time we've traded away our shiny Raichu, so we have to choose: do we reset and get back our regular Raichu, or do we keep the shiny Alolan Raichu?
Yeah, makes sense.
Wonder if there are any records for fastest shiny. I wonder if anyone even keeps track of that. Excuse me. I wonder if anyone even keeps track of that. Oh, I really hope that's not a sign of hiccups coming. I hate hiccups.
Oh no. Yeah, me too.
Especially when you get the painful ones. Ooh. The really powerful ones.
Yeah. I had one that took 2 hours before it went away. That was annoying.
Mm-hmm. I've actually gotten hiccups while I'm at work. And it's like, there's not really much you could do, because, like, they're hiccups. You can't just make them go away. You can't just make them stop.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it doesn't look like I actually got the hiccups there. So, false alarm.
That was lucky.
Yeah. Aw, little Meowth, come over here to say hi. Happy little Squirtle. Gosh, Squirtle's so cute. Also, my eyes keep trying to play tricks on me. Try to be like, oh, that part of the Pokemon looks shiny, but the other part is clearly not shiny. But look at this one part! Look how shiny it looks! It's like, it's clearly not shiny, there's no sparkles around it. Hello, Grace Kim. Aw, thank you for the birthday wishes. And welcome to the stream. We're just waiting for another shiny Meowth to appear, just like this one. Cuckoo's staring at my face. Aw, she's so cute. Also, I love Squirtle's little waddle. It's so cute. Yeah, not a shiny shard. Or, that's Dragonite. Okay. Still, he's not shiny. It's clearly not a green foot. Clearly an orange foot. Stop that! Yeah. Hey, Sammy? Can you make the yawns go away, please? Glad you could catch the stream this time because time zones. Fortunately, can't stay very long. Have a wonderful day. Oh, thank you. Hey, I'm glad you can make it at least for a little bit. Thanks. We'll probably stop once we find the shiny Meowth. 'Cause I keep yawning. It's a sign that we need to stop soon.
Yeah,
Maybe even before you find the shiny, unfortunately.
I want the shiny. I want it.
Hey, I don't say you have to stop. I said it's a probability that you do. That you do just stop.
I want the shiny kitty. I want the pink kitty. It's a pink kitty. Aw, not a shiny kitty.
Come on, Meowth! I need you to sparkle! I need you to sparkle for me, please! I need you to shine pink! Sparkle, sparkle! I need sparkle sparkles! Well, Meowth, it's my birthday! You can sparkle for me on my birthday, right? Heck, at this point, I'll take a shiny Squirtle. And I'd be happy with a shiny Squirtle. I don't think I've ever gotten a shiny Squirtle before, though. I don't think I've ever gotten anything of the line shiny. There's a lot of Pokemon I haven't gotten shiny before, though.
Meowth. Meowth. Meow.
I need this pink sparkly kitty!
Squirtle. Oh, Squirtle's so happy. Squirtle's so happy.
Sunglasses.
Right? The sunglasses would be great. They actually did have an episode of the 11 parts miniseries, where they got to reunite with Squirtle for an episode. And Charizard and Bulbasaur were there too. Of course, Team Rocket had to cause trouble. Because it's Team Rocket. I'm still really disappointed, though. The fact that Team Rocket couldn't just... Like, I really wish that Team Rocket's radio show had led to them getting, like, fully redeemed and, like, leaving Team Rocket. Because, like, their radio show is Jessie's key to stardom. Their radio show that has been shown to be doing really good. Like, you see so many different people listening into them. And, like, even Brock is listening in. It was kind of funny, though, because, like, when they show Brock listening to their radio show, he actually starts sipping over Jessie, but he doesn't know that it's Jessie. It was a really funny scene. It's like, oh my goodness, Brock is simping over Jessie.
This happened a couple of times, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, Brock can always tell when it's Jessie dressed as Nurse Joy. Like, anytime they go into a Pokemon Center and Team Rocket is, you know, pretending to be at to work for the Pokemon Center, and Jessie is dressed up like Nurse Joy, Brock always can tell that there's something off about her. Hey, you look familiar. Brock, she looks like all the other Nurse Joys. Turns out to be Jessie. I knew it! Well, I remember this one time where the disguise also included like this plastic Nurse Joy head. And Brock is like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Nurse Joy's mouth moves when she talks. And it's like, how dumb do they have to be to not notice her mouth not moving or her eyes not blinking?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't answer that.
Although I will say this, there are so many times where Team Rocket actually does seem to have pretty decent plans, and it's like the only reason why their plans fail are because of Ash and his friends getting involved. Because like their plans actually don't involve going after Pikachu, but Ash and his friends are still there. So, you know, even though they're not even going after Pikachu, they still get stopped because Ash and Pikachu are there. And so many times it's like, oh hey, it's the twerp, he's here. We sure hope he doesn't ruin our plans. Oh no, the twerp ruined our plans. It's like, why didn't you just wait for Ash and his friends to leave? You knew that they were going to get in the way of your plans, so why didn't you wait until they left? If Team Rocket were to actually just wait until Ash and his friends leave town, then they could get away with so many of their plans. Although there was the one time where they actually involved Ash and his friends in their plan, and it was like super intricate and well thought out, which was back in Unova. Oh my gosh, this actually got me back into the Pokemon anime, because I actually dropped out of watching the Pokemon anime around Gen 4. But then in Gen 5, I heard something online about Meowth traveling around with Ash, and I'm like, wait, what? How did this happen? When did this happen? Why did this happen? And that actually got me to go through and watch the Black and White anime. And what happened was, like, at first it's like Meowth is saying, oh yeah, I got kicked out of Team Rocket because of this mistake that I made. And now I'm stuck here in Unova and with no way to get back home to Kanto. So they're like, okay, well, you know, we can't just leave you here, so you can go ahead, you can come along with us for now, and, you know, when we get back to Kanto, we get to go our separate ways. And then Meowth starts, like, joining in on the gang, with the gang and everything. And Pikachu is actually suspicious of Meowth at first. And eventually, Meowth gains Pikachu's trust, like, an episode or two before they actually revealed their plan, which was an inside job at the Pokemon Center. But because of how tight security was, the only way they could do it was to get Meowth in at the Pokemon Center and have him actually go in to be treated as a patient. And then he basically disables the security so that Jessie and James can come along so they can steal all the Pokemon at the Pokemon Center. It's like, that was actually really clever of him. And you go and you watch through Black and White, and it's like, oh my gosh, they're actually competent. Because, like, they never blasted off in Black and White either. whenever something would happen where they would normally blast off, they instead have jetpacks, and they essentially blast off on their own terms.
That's cool. I didn't watch many episodes of Black and White.
Well, you see, at the end of Diamond and Pearl, through the whole thing that goes on with Team Galactic, they actually take credit for Ash and his friends stopping Team Galactic, because Giovanni actually was like, okay, I didn't send you to Unova, or to Sinnoh, but sure, since you're there, you know, keep an eye out for these Team Galactic people, because, you know, they might pose a threat to our organization. And then when Team Galactic is defeated, they're like, yeah, we actually defeated them ourselves. Here's the story, but it's slightly altered to make them look like the good guys. And they're like, oh. And he's like, oh, you guys are actually competent. That's actually really impressive that you took down all of Team Galactic all by yourselves. Here's funding, and here's this whole brand new mission that I'm sending you on. And it was pure coincidence that Ash would just that their new mission just happens to be in Unova, where Ash has decided to travel next. Because they actually did not follow Ash to Unova like they do with other regions. Charizard, don't you dare. Okay, good, he left. Oh my goodness, where are the Meowths? Shiny Meowth, I need you! Meowth! Well, we've almost reached the point where we were last time. It's been about an hour and a half since we found little Poku here. I just really want to bind this Meowth.
Everyone in the chat dramatic titles.
What?
May gave everyone in the chat dramatic titles. And yours is... wait... the Spectacle Queen of the Felines. I was asked to ask you how you feel about that.
It's funny, at least. I mean, I do like kitties. maybe his new perspective will help a Meowth to decide to appear.
That would be nice.
And I finally managed to figure out a position for Charizard that doesn't block the grass, so we can actually see when Pokemon appear. And it also ensures that we can actually see the Charizard and Dragonite too, just in case one does decide to sparkle. Pidgey! Pidgey, no! Although it's also taking a bit too long for my taste, too. Let's go back to the other strategy of encounter and respawn.
I will be right back.
Okay. I'm also kind of tempted to go get some of my birthday cake, too. Which there should be one piece left. Have to sneeze. Excuse me.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Go away. Come here, Meowth. I need you to despawn, please. Got to sneeze again. Excuse me.
You're excused, and bless you.
Thank you.
Hi, monkey. Hi. Oh, nuzzles. Hi.
You dropped my mouse on the floor.
Why did he do that?
So he wasn't even thinking about where he was putting his feet. All he cares about is getting lovin's from Mama.
Uh-huh. But the consequences...
I don't think he can actually hurt the mouse. Mice are actually pretty durable.
That's good at least then.
In fact, I don't think I've ever had a mouse break before. Oh, and there's purring. Oh yeah, I finally got my Cat Noir ring in today. Unfortunately, it's too small. It's just...
Oh,
So I had to order another one.
from the Zach store or...
Oh no, I'm not paying $42 on the Zag store. Something I can get
I
for
didn't know the-
$6 on Wish.
I didn't know the prices, so I just knew about that this store exists and has those for sale.
Yeah.
I never looked at the store, so I don't know.
Yeah, I got it for Wish for $6.
That's good.
You know what would be cool? Imagine if they had an item in Scarlet and Violet that prevented Pokemon from being able to randomly run into you.
So nice.
And then imagine going to a spot where Pokemon are actually able to disappear by one way or another. Except for when they're shiny, because they're programmed not to run away or explode if they're shiny. So imagine just leaving your game idle in that spot there.
Return. There's a shiny waiting for you.
Yup.
That would be nice. But I also wanted something else. An item that prevents Velusa and Tauros to target you.
Wait, an item that prevents what from targeting you?
Velusa and Tauros.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, if you have an item that prevents Pokemon from being able to run into you and start an encounter, then that would also prevent Tauros and Velusa from encountering you too, because the item is already stopping that encounter from starting.
Good point.
me. No. Get the kitty some lovin's. Pamper the kitty.
Welcome back, Sky. We still haven't found our second Meowth yet. Although I forgot to take Poku back out of her ball. Meowth, I need you to sparkle, please. Oh, I know Leo's yawning too. Monkey butt, don't you know those things are contagious? Starting to think the Hunt in Legends Arceus is better. Well, then again, I do. Yeah, I guess. So I guess there's, like, it really is dependent on what you prefer. This game is better if you want a nice half AFK run, hunt. But if you want to be a bit more active, then Legends Arceus is better.
Yeah.
And I guess Scarlet and Violet has the advantage to that you're able to do it with a friend.
Yep. Come on, Meowth. I just need I just need one more pink kitty. Come on, Meowth, it's my birthday. Can't you sparkle for me on my birthday?
Get birthday cake. Right?
Yeah. Come help me.
See? I wasn't lying.
Come help me celebrate my birthday, Meowth. Hey Poku, can you call out one of your shiny friends for me, please? Stop that!
Not doing anything.
I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to me.
Oh. Well, if that's the case,
Excuse me. Meowth! Meowth, please! I just need you to sparkle!
Maybe take a water break.
Water break. Oh, and the kitty's off. Oh, I'm out of water. So I better go get some more water. And pause just in case. I'll be back.
Okay.
Might grab some cake too. I am back. Thank you.
Enjoy your cake.
Thank you. Maybe the delicious allure of cake will draw the shiny Meowth out. He's cold though. He's ice cream cake. I was talking with Raven the other day, and I was like, I'm not sure if I should get a cinnamon cake to, or a cinnamon coffee cake to bake in the oven, like I did last year, or if I should get an ice cream cake. And they were on call with another friend, and the friend was like, get ice cream cake. So like, okay, ice cream cake it is. It's been a while since I've had ice cream cake. Ice cream cake is good. Well, I take that back. I did kind of make an ice cream cake a while back. But it wasn't like an actual ice cream cake. It was just something that I did kind of, you know, homemade myself. But still good though.
I think you said it, but you...
Mm-hmm.
I think you've spoken about it as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I told you guys in the Reddit chat about the ice cream cake.
I vaguely remember it.
This is the first time in a while that I've had like an actual pre-made ice cream cake. And this has actual frosting on it. And sprinkles.
Sounds very good.
Jeez, there's so many Psyducks on the screen. Like, where are all the cats? What's with all these ducks?
Duck Mania.
Get all your ducks in a row. I love when the anime makes, or and the games do this too, but I love when they make Pokemon versions of common phrases and sayings.
I think
It's raining Meowth and Growlithe outside. Get all your Psyducks in a row.
we also had one yesterday, I think, with the Nickit.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember it though.
And I remember it because it kind of bugged me because it was the saying is a wolf in sheep's clothing, but Nickit
Oh yeah,
is
it was a
based-
Nickit in Wooloo's clothing.
Yeah, but Nickit is based on a fox, so
Mm-hmm.
that was bugging me a little.
Yeah,
That's why I remembered it.
instead of a Mighty Yenna in Wooloo's clothing. Oh, your Robs. Your Robs. He's got the ear Robs. Try and figure out where the mouse went. There it is. I see it. Leo's playing with the headset cord, but it's double wrapped in yarn, so he can't actually hurt it.
For a change, you don't have to yell at him.
Oh, you're sinking. You're sinking, kitty. There you go. So I just checked from when we live streamed before, and it looks like the stream crashed after we caught our, what was that, the 18th Meowth? 17th. The stream crashed after we caught our 17th Meowth, so that means we weren't waiting around that long before our shiny Meowth appeared. So let me see how long it took to get to 17. So we encountered our first Meowth at 2:53, and it ended at 3:09. So 7 plus 9. So we were going for 16 minutes to get 17 Meowths. Adjust that to average it out. to about a Meowth per minute. And that means that that would have been, so yeah, 41 Meowths minus 17. Or 40 minus 16. 30 minus 6 would be 24. So a little over half an hour that we waited before I noticed that the stream had ended. And it took us about, let's see here. Let's see when we got her. Okay. So we got our shiny Meowth 2.5 hours ago. And we've been streaming for about 3 hours since restarting the stream. So it has taken us longer to find this Meowth than it did the first one.
That's unexpected. Since you said the rates are so good. Usually they are, at least.
They're supposed to be. I once found 5 shiny Caterpie in half an hour.
Huh. And then we have today.
Right? They just don't want to celebrate my birthday with me.
Wonder why. You haven't done anything to them, have you?
No?
Nah, of course not.
Just
Of
give
course
them
not.
lovin's.
It was a rhetorical question. I knew the answer.
Maybe it's because the game knows it's my birthday.
Probably.
And it's
Okay.
like, no, you can't use that as an excuse to get all the shinies.
Is there a birthday event in Let's Go?
Nope.
When you...
They usually don't have any sort of birthday event. The most that ever happens is, you know, the Pokemon Center will be like, hey, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. And
Yes,
then
that's what I mean.
confetti.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't think they do. Okay, lure is up. I really didn't want to end the stream before finding another shiny Meowth, but I'm getting so tired, and it's been so long.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, yeah, I can't really keep my eyes open, so yeah, we'll go ahead and end the stream here. So, thanks for joining us today, and thanks for coming by to help celebrate my birthday. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I hope you all have a very magical day.